Why? Oh. I mean, if you're not prepared, you know, this is a genuine reaction, honestly. If you're not prepared. Oh my God. This is ridiculous.
Sliding down a little bit. I think we have to go again.
But still, I mean, oh my God, that was like,
no,
you gotta go again. Oh, that was ridiculous.
No.
I was like,
we stop a little bit higher.
Welcome back to BMW Blog and welcome to Shanghai. By now, you might have seen already the stunt the BMW pulled off here with the VDX Vision Driving Experience. Essentially, they went up that ramp, a 55-degree ramp, 13 meters long, with the new VDX, which has insane amount of torque, 18,000 newton meters, about 14,000 pounds-feet of torque, and a lot of power. But the idea of this video is really to kind of explain the technology that's in the car and how is it possible to actually go up that hill. It might look like an easy task, but it's really not, because you start from a standstill position. So there is no speed for you to get you up that ramp. Once you go up that ramp, you also need to stand still for a while with the car. And essentially, that's what makes this a little bit challenging. So you can see the angle from right here. In the video, you're gonna hear a lot of fans around the car because it has 5 impellers to keep that car sucked to the ground. So essentially, it's an active downforce. And Jens Klingmann, the driver, will explain to us a little bit about the technology in the car and why this is a difficult task. So with that being said, let's jump inside the car and talk to Jens about this. And then we're gonna go up that ramp and see what it can do. All right, guys, so now it's time to go actually put this into practice. I've explained already the idea behind this. I've showed you the angle of the ramp from the side, but now I'm in the car with Jens Klingmann, not Klingmann for the Americans. And I'm gonna start with this, Jens. There is a German stereotype that Germans love hiking. Is that true?
They do, yeah.
Okay.
At least I like it, yeah.
Okay,
Why not?
so you hike, and now BMW decided to hike with a car, basically, right?
Yeah, and as you saw already, we were aiming high, so
Okay.
it's not a regular hike, like an everyday hike, it's more like an exceptional hike.
And it looks pretty steep from this point of view, so 55 degrees. But let's start with this. I've seen the show on Tuesday night a few days ago, and clearly it was impressive, from the outside. But a lot of people did not understand the idea behind this. Why is BMW doing this? We've seen the Heart of Joy, and we've kind of learned a little bit about it, what it can do. But now we're trying to show this in practice. So give me a quick overview about Heart of Joy and this project, basically.
So yeah, mainly it's two things which are a bit separated. So it's the VDX, which also implemented the Heart of Joy.
Okay.
But the Heart of Joy is, as we heard, the super brain,
Okay.
which doesn't make only me a better driver, but effectively you, everyone in the world.
I definitely need it.
Will beat in every neue classic car in the near future.
Okay.
And the thing about it is that it's just very supportive. It's better for safety because the car is controlling, or the system is actually controlling the car better. You can look for more performance as well. It's more drivable. It's not so reactive because it's super fast in response, very agile,
Okay.
and that helps the driving in general.
Okay.
I think that's one point, and that is together with the VDX, our test rig actually, or let's put it this way, the VDX is the test rig for the Heart of Joy, because you will never have this crazy power into the normal road cars,
Yeah.
unfortunately, at least for now.
Yeah.
At least for now. And the story about the ramp is also that we want to highlight also partly our systems in a little bit of a different, more exciting way. And with one press of the button, we can switch on the impellers.
Okay.
And it's like a vacuum cleaner. So when you take a Formula 1 car, for example, you generate downforce the faster you go because you have increased wind speed, it's pushing down on the wings, and therefore the car gets sucked to the ground, which makes you corner faster, brake better, and so on. The car is more stable. And we tried it to implement this technology or this physical effect with the impellers, because we're just stacking the car to the ground statically already, and therefore we can generate this phenomenon just already while being standstill. So we can make the use of the aerodynamics basically from 1 kilometer per hour onwards, or 1 mile, and therefore we're able to corner much quicker, for example, and have a much more agile car already from a low speed onwards. And how do you want to also showcase downforce?
Yeah.
Is, for example, you suck yourself to a ramp. In this case, it's around 55 degrees.
Okay.
We saw some other cars already on ramps, but they were mostly SUVs, so you can even go through the forest. But we have a performance car, we have a fast car, plus we even have an advantage, for example, of an SUV. We can even aim higher, about 10 degrees,
Okay.
and just make it stick to that wall. And I think that's quite impressive.
So that's kind of cool. But let me ask you this, let's put things in perspective. So
Yes.
one, how does specifically Heart of Joy helps in this case, right? So it sends power to 4 wheels basically, but what does it do additionally compared to any other car today in terms of that ramp basically?
So in the ramp, you basically just need the traction, and
Okay.
that comes from the Heart of Joy.
Okay, got
And
it.
the impellers are helping to generate the downforce.
Perfect.
But in that specific scenario, the Heart of Joy is not overriding everything. So you cannot just put the Heart of Joy into a Neue Klasse car and every car will be able to do it.
Got
so in that specific scenario, it's just to highlight the general technology and what the car is capable of doing.
Okay.
But the Heart of Joy itself is more relevant for performance driving or everything which is more or less in the horizontal area. Let's put it this way.
Sure. So now downforce. So you've talked about downforce, and a lot of people now are into Formula One thanks to the Netflix show, right?
Yes.
And if you put things in perspective, all the downforce that this car generates in terms of like a Formula One car, what's the comparison there?
So we are generating up to 1.2 tons of
Okay.
downforce. I don't actually know how the exact number of a Formula One
I gotta
car
look.
is.
I gotta look it up because I'm kind of curious. You know.
But if you see a Formula One car, I don't know the weight, but for sure it's
Yeah.
less than 1,200 kilos of
Yeah.
weight. So with that effect, you can basically, in a tunnel, suck the Formula One car to the ceiling while being stationary.
Wild.
And just to give you an idea how
Yeah.
effective it is,
Yeah.
I think that's already quite impressive. Maybe we can also try.
Yeah.
Not today.
Yeah.
Not today. Let's leave it out for now.
But let me ask you one more thing before we go up the ramp.
Yeah.
We're gonna keep going in a little bit. You drove the car in Spartanburg and you were telling me that you did not even push the car because we were babysitting the tires at that time. But
Yes.
what does it mean for you to have 18,000 Newton meters of torque, 14,000 pounds-feet of torque? I mean, how does it really feel to you as a racing driver because you've been doing this
Like
for
this.
quite... Oh. I mean, if you're not prepared, you know, this is a genuine reaction, honestly. If you're not prepared,
That's what it
and that
feels
was
like.
not even probably like full
No,
throttle,
it's
right?
like halfway. It's very slippery here.
Yeah,
But
it's ridiculous. Oh my god.
121 kilometers.
In what?
I don't know, in a blink of an eye, I would say.
Like, do you think 0 to like 100 is like 2 seconds or less?
I'm afraid I say a wrong number, but for sure it's mega fast.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I like it. As I said in the show, it's the driving pleasure. It's not only the technology, but it's also very important. We're also trying to still create the emotion while driving.
Yeah.
It's not only for us a tool which gets you from A to B, but also it's important to understand that the driving pleasure, which obviously we are showcasing, is really important for us as well. And we want the people to enjoy the ride. And if you say, hey, I'm going to visit my grandparents, they live 300 miles away, it's not about just driving, but also it's worth the trip
To have fun.
because it's a pleasure to drive in general.
Gotcha. And you have all these things here, which I can film it to show, but I mean, we've seen this also in Spartanburg, and I'm gonna pull my phone up quickly just
Yeah.
to show, but it comes with a bunch of different driving modes, right?
So this is the baseline page, which will be equivalent in a Neue Klasse as well. And with this, it's a bit more specific. So we have different driving modes: comfort, sport, track, which offers most of the power, similar to the drift. Track is still in the 4-wheel drive. The drift, we can go back to 2-wheel drive just for the show. We have different slip controls. Wet, which is a bit more restrictive. Medium is a bit more performant, as so is the race. And we also have a torque vectoring, which is here only in 3 modes: comfort, agile, and extreme. Also, that underlines the agility of the car as well. And that's our default page, at least for the moment. So
I mean, this is
who
a
knows what it's
full-blown
gonna look
racing
like.
car, basically.
Yeah, who knows what it's going to look like when we are done with all this testing phase. But
Yeah.
at least for now, also ABS is in several levels, also depending on the grip. But yeah, we're still obviously testing the car as a
Sure.
test rig. Even now we were playing with the ABS settings at the rehearsal, just trying to see which setting works the best, because the car overall mileage is less than 100 kilometers, including
Okay.
Spartanburg.
Really?
So you can see
It's,
still how young this
it
car
is,
is.
yeah, for
it's
sure.
super crazy. Yeah.
Not a lot of testing on it.
Yeah.
Got it. But as far as the difference between a 2 and a 4, can you actually tell you right away with this car? It could be so lightweight, like you could tell when you're going from a 2-wheel to a 4-wheel when you switch. Like, is it quite obvious?
I can show you.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, so I
Look in
can
the
hear
mirror.
that. Yeah. Oh yeah. Look at that. Yeah, that's wild.
So
Wow.
I think
But it's pretty smooth, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, you can see
There's
it's
a
actually
slight difference
Yeah.
now.
Wow. And that was wild because you can't even really feel it, and it does all of that. That's
yeah, but
insane.
that's also the challenge of the Heart of Joy.
Yeah.
Because you can see the power just by tapping the throttle.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
I mean, you can imagine how difficult it is
Yeah.
to control the power, because if you have 18,000 Newton meters and you don't go anywhere, it's also not worth it.
Yeah.
So we really need to make sure that also the TC, for example, is able to cope with it, and the Heart of Joy that we are able to control these beasts. And that's what we tried to showcase also in the main show, control of the beasts, even though it was still a bit them, as well as unleashing the beast and just enjoying and just unleash it and just go sideways and just
Having
have fun with
fun.
it.
Yeah, perfect. So now I guess we can give it a try. So
Yes.
that's the ramp right there, basically.
Yeah.
So
Let's start with the teasing
walk me
move.
through. Yeah, let's start with that. So walk me through exactly, what we're doing
So
first.
now the reference points are gone, but I still remember.
Okay.
So this is around 45 already by now.
Okay.
So this is what we
45.
did in the main show.
Gotcha.
Just
Okay.
as we call it a skateboard move,
Got it.
just to tease the ramp a little bit.
Okay.
And therefore we leave the impellers off because with the grip we have, it's still very easy to do.
Gotcha. And when do you think you need the impellers? By what angle? By what degree?
To make it stop around the 55 mark,
55.
Which is the highest
Gotcha.
point, at least on the nose.
Okay.
The ramp in general is almost 60 where the spotlights are, and that's when we really hit the impellers as well. But for a low stop, which is around 45, which
Okay.
we can also do, I can show you, it will not be needed.
Gotcha. And then I guess it's worth explaining at some point why we don't stop at the top, and maybe you also can explain why there are two lights right there at the top and what's the
Exactly.
reason for that. But people were asking when they saw the first video, like,
Yeah.
okay, you're stopping at 50, why aren't you stopping at 55? And I guess it's worth explaining the physics, right? I mean, some cars, if you lose, brake, I guess I'm assuming you could go sideways and then roll
Yeah.
over, right? So it's more about risk management than anything
So
else.
the lights are there because at one of the rehearsals, I was almost overshooting the ramp because it's so dark, because it's a black ramp
Yeah.
and then the black night sky, and then I was almost going too high, so I asked for reference lights where I should stop.
Yeah.
And also for safety, I think general
Yeah.
55 degree is super high. It's I think probably the highest anyone has ever seen with such a type of car.
Yeah.
And then I think it's already an incredible mark. But just to showcase that we have potential left, we can even go higher. If the car ramp was probably higher, we can also go higher.
Gotcha.
And that's why we also went up to the top, just to show you, hey, it's not that we stop here just because we have to. We can go high, but then also with 400 people on site, with our spectators
Yeah.
right in the back, it's always about finding a compromise
Yeah,
as
exactly.
well. And I think it's still obviously very impressive that we were able to do it, and then we can also do it now. There's no
Let's
problem.
give it a try.
But let's aim
There
for like
we
the
go.
45,
All right,
which
45,
which is
okay.
around here. You will see that it's already
Oh
high.
my god! So I mean, okay, so this is without the impellers, basically, right?
Yes.
Just braking,
Yes.
which does 1.2 Gs or something. I mean, you can see how this is the angle. It's insane.
Should we take a nap?
I mean, you probably could for a while, right?
So this is.
But traction, it's really good. I mean, especially because it's not slippery right
You
now.
can go up really, really slow.
Okay.
It's like walking speed. You can go up.
So I mean, that was the thing. People would say, well, I can come with my
No.
car and build up speed and do this,
No,
but
nothing.
okay,
I can show you also maybe on the last approach
Sounds
when we
good.
go all the way up how easy it is.
okay,
Actually, this car was now standing for a while, so let's just warm up the tires a little bit more.
Sure.
So let's go in a circle.
gotcha. And it's worth mentioning that we're on Pirelli Trofeo RS, right? So essentially slick tires.
Yeah, it's like a slick tire.
Yeah.
So therefore, if it's like super cold, even when the show was wet,
Yeah,
it's even more challenging for
Yeah.
the car as well as for us.
yeah.
But I think we managed really well.
But I guess that's the impressive thing. People didn't really realize there was raining that day.
Yeah, it was
And-
the only day, unfortunately. that it was
Exactly.
wet.
And I almost heard that they were thinking about postponing if it rains too much because,
Yeah.
there's always a slip thing, you don't want to take a chance. But
We
clearly
tried
the car did it.
The car did it. We tried it also. We put some water
Did you, yeah?
on the ramp just to
Nice.
see if it would hurt the show, and
Yeah.
eventually it
Worked.
didn't. So that's why we also said we're not going to
Smart.
postpone. Let's go
Here
for
we go.
slip control off.
Slip control off,
Just
okay.
to heat up all four wheels
so
now a
that's
bit.
slip control off.
And now we start the impellers.
Okay.
So it's a bit more noisy.
So
like
how
that.
many impellers? 5 or 4 or 5, I think they were. I think if I remember, yeah.
Make a guess.
Yeah, 5, I think. Oh my God. This is
It's
ridiculous.
sliding down a little bit. I think we have to go again.
But still, I mean, oh my God, that was like,
No, we
you gotta go get, oh, that was ridiculous.
No.
I was like,
We stop a little bit higher. Yeah.
all right, so we're about, what, 50 right
That's
now,
right.
right?
It's a little bit lower than the
Low
show.
50,
It's around
yeah.
50.
Wow. I mean, wow.
But as you see, there's a little bit of margin to the top.
Yeah,
And let's go really,
All the
really
way.
slow.
there we go, guys. This is it. This is,
Should we touch the lights? Should we give them?
we're touching the sky, yeah, why not? With the lights,
a
yeah.
little bit of a kiss?
Oh my God, that's wild. Oh my God. I mean, you just can't see from far back. If you
No.
look far back, you're like, just a ramp. But I feel like if I were to climb there, trying to come down, I would most
No.
likely hurt myself without hiking
No,
shoes.
no, you cannot. You
I
need a
mean,
rope from the top.
You need a rope, yeah,
At some
it's
point,
insane.
At some point, we said we would like to get a rope from the top
Yeah,
and make the hose go down
Yeah.
just with a rope,
Yeah, yeah.
just to once again highlight of how steep
But
it
then
is.
again, risk management of
Yeah, I
BMW.
know. But as you see now in the last approach, how
Yeah.
easily and how slow
Yeah.
you can build up to a ramp. And
Yeah.
there was zero slip,
Yeah.
and 100% we can also go higher. So who
Yeah.
knows, maybe it's not the last show that we
Yeah.
do. Maybe there's some more to come. I don't know yet, it's
Yeah.
not confirmed, it's honestly not confirmed.
No, I understand.
But I think we can do something nice as well.
But I guess this is the kind of deal, and I try to explain it. I understand, they might look like a marketing gimmick, and most of them are, right? It's for show, but
Yes.
there will be probably opportunities like in the future to really showcase mostly the brake regeneration, because this car is ridiculous. When it comes to brake regeneration, I just heard, and you can probably confirm this, that the car literally can stop anywhere you want it to. It's that good, the brake regen compared to anything else.
We can trigger this here with the lever just for showcasing.
Yeah.
In a normal car, it will be like you can do one pedal feel,
Yeah.
but you actively have to take your right foot onto the brake.
Okay.
You brake, you think you're braking because of the friction brakes, but in fact you're just recuperating energy.
Yeah.
And in a stop here from 100 kilometers per hour to zero,
Yeah.
the amount of energy we are recuperating, you can charge 21 iPhones with it.
Really,
And
21
let's do that now.
iPhones.
That's
That's
actually a good
awesome.
point. Let's just accelerate
Yeah.
to roughly 100.
Okay.
This is only 70. It's a bit more slippery, so it's a bit more difficult.
Yeah.
But this was without touching.
Oh, I didn't feel that. Maybe we do it like once again. Wow, that's because I guess I didn't realize that you're not.
Yeah.
You see, I keep forgetting that the car does it for you. And that's because you're so used to you
Let's
doing
do
it.
out of a different speed, but
Yeah,
just
yeah.
like this.
That is just wild. That is absolutely
I'm just
wild.
triggering
Actually,
it
I gotta
here.
do one for social media because people wouldn't believe it if I tell them that's true. Okay, so tell me one more time. So you're triggering with the thing right there.
Just for the show, we're
Okay.
triggering the recuperation because now it's just a normal car.
No,
So
yeah.
we're triggering just for this test rig the recuperation here on the stick, just for the show, but it's the same. And now I can just show you off.
The car stops. Wow. That is ridiculous. 1.25 G of recuperation.
And that's why it's not only a show car.
Yeah.
That's why it's important to understand that this is really the challenger of this box, the Heart of Joy, which by the way is
Oh, it's
out
right
here.
there. Yeah, that's cool.
And that's why this technology effectively comes to road car. And that's why it makes you a better driver, me a better driver. It's not so bad.
Very, very cool. Well, Jens, thank you so much. This is really, really cool. I actually look forward to more events like this, maybe even like,
Me too.
drifting and fast cornering to see what the,
Yes.
Heart of Joy can really do in terms of driving dynamics, because in the end, it's a BMW and it's all about driving dynamics, not about going up the ramp and hiking and all of that. This is a car that, you need to have fun with. And I guess that's what BMW is going to do in the future as well. So thank you so much for your time. Really appreciate it. You have a really fun job, not just racing, but doing some of this stuff too.
I fully agree.
It kind of sucks that we have to go home now, but I'm sure
It
we'll
is
do
what it
some
is,
more
but
stuff
next
in the
time we try
future.
to enjoy again, yeah.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Guys, thanks for watching. I hope this was informative, not just a marketing gimmick, and we'll see you in the next one. Awesome.